Okay, so the issue is you got your water heater here. And then you have your bathroom. This is the furthest. These are the furthest fixtures away from that water heater. And it takes literally 5 minutes. I say that literally. 5 minutes to get hot water to this bathroom. Then you have the kitchen right here. This takes like a minute, maybe longer, to get hot water to, which is crazy. There's a whole story behind this house. Apparently it sat vacant for many years and yada, 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 right? So here's the plan. Is this guy is on a, I don't know what the technical term is, but it's on a hill, right? So he has these piers that hold the house up. And all the plumbing, at least the water lines, are exposed. So we're going to try this comfort system. And if the comfort system doesn't work, he's going to take it back, the client, and we're going to run a dedicated recirc line. We're going to drill it so the water heater is right here. There's the TMP. So we're going to drill a hole next to that TMP discharge line, and we're going to run type K copper all the way to the opposite side of the house and just fasten it underneath. Just run a straight line, make it easy. A dedicated recirc line is what we'll do if this doesn't work. But I said, look, dude, let's try this. If this doesn't work, you can send it back, and then we'll do a recirc line. But the bathroom is right there. That's the bathroom. So water heater's right there, bathroom's right there. The challenge with this, the reason why we're not doing a dedicated recirc line to begin with, is I can't actually get to those fixtures because they're up here. And as you can see, now that we're kind of down in the back, that bathroom is up here. And the plumbing, try not to get muddy here. The plumbing for the risers are right here. Those are the risers. That's the hot and cold that feed that sink up there that I showed you. That double sink. So basically that's as close as we're going to be able to get without, I mean, one, how are we going to get up there? I'm going to need a roofer's ladder. I mean, anything can be done, but getting up there would be quite the task. I don't know if this really translates on the camera, but that's really high, dude. That is very high. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't even risk trying to get up there. So we're not going to be able to tee off as close to the fixtures as I would want. So you're going to have this riser. So the recirc line is going to tie in right here, right? But then you're going to have this riser that's still going to have cold water in it. I mean, The recirc line will take some of that out, but so it's not ideal, and that is why I was like, you know what, man, let's try a simpler fix or a simpler solution with this comfort system, see if it works, and if it doesn't, then we'll tee off right here and I'll run a recirc line. It'll definitely speed up how fast the hot water gets to that bathroom, but it's not gonna be instantaneous like it should be. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, me doing this video probably is gonna take longer than actually installing this thing. It's very simple on how you install these things. So I've already vacuum locked the water heater. The cold is off. And then you just unthread this and thread this on. I'll show you right now. Very simple. This simply threads on to the nipple, and then your supply hoses thread onto this. And we're in California, we're required to use these, so don't say anything. And then you just plug this in, which I'm not going to do just yet. Let's make sure there aren't any leaks. Okay. No leaks, all good. So now you have, I'm learning to love them. I still reach for my chans, but I'm learning to love them. So now you have this. So this goes under the furthest fixture. Now there's a double fixture up there. So I told them to get 2, but I want to test this first. I'll show you how it works. All right. Come on, man. Can't even rip the little ABS strips off. Come on, bro. Whoever did that. So now we got this little guy. And I want to turn the Anglo stops off. This whole house is type M copper, by the way, which ain't good. And it's about 20 years old. So it ain't good. Tell you that much. So this just sits right under here like so. And you have these supply hoses, 3/8 by 1/2 inch, which is nice. And so we put the 3/8 side on the 3/8 angle stop. Alright, I'm gonna have to set this down. Okay, so you got the 3/8 by 1/2 inch hoses on the hot and cold. These hoses are going to the actual faucet. And then, luckily they gave some angle stop adapters that will go on the top of this. Hang on. Goes right like that. This reduces 1/2 inch to 3/8, which these are 3/8 hose connections. The ends are 1/2 inch. So now, okay, and that's it. So the faucet supply lines go on the top, and the hot and the cold go right here. So what this does is it creates a loop for the hot water to be able to be recirculated back through the cold side. You can also choose to mount this to the wall. There's little screw holes right there. We're not going to because he doesn't know if this is something he's going to keep. So we're just going to leave it for now, but it doesn't affect the functionality. So turn them back on. There you go. No leaks. Now, what we'll do is make sure the hot and cold work. And they do. Check for leaks. No leakies. And now let's go turn on the pump. And I'll keep in mind that pump is a little different than your typical recirculation pump. It pushes versus pulls. I'll show you. So your normal recirculation pump, I mean, there's multiple ways to do it, but the best way to do it is you tie a dedicated recirc line and pump into the drain port of your water heater. Now, in those recirc pumps, they pull the water back into the water heater. So typically your recirc pump would be right here, and it pulls it, boom, back into the water heater. You can also tie them into the cold. I don't like that method. And you also have to have a check valve on the cold, so we couldn't do it here. I wouldn't do it that way, but if you wanted to do it that way, the client, I would say, no, you don't have enough room for a check valve here. I mean, we could pipe one out, but it'd just be more hassle than it's worth. So this pump pushes, right? It pushes the hot water. This one pushes versus pulling it into the water heater. So now and it's working. And it's working. All right, let's see. Let's give it a second to just push all that water through and see how it works. You also have a timer on here where you can set when this goes on and off, because you really don't want this. I mean, you could have it running all the time, but you really don't want it running all the time. It'll burn it out. I've seen a standard Grundfos recirculation pump that was always on. The timer broke and it was just always constantly running. It lasted for 3 years, running 24 hours a day, 365. So, and that was at a 16 unit building. So it was getting a lot of use, you know. But Grundfos is kind of the standard for recirculation pumps. So it took about a minute to get hot, and you said it was like 5 minutes in the past. Like literally 5 minutes, right?
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's more than a minute for sure.
Okay. That took about a minute. That's getting hot. And I didn't put one under there, so it's certainly bringing the water over here much faster than it was. So I would say definitely use it for a little bit. And let's, you want to try this right here? Do you use that?
Not yet, but my girlfriend really wants to.
Yeah, it's hot. Try the shower. Let's see. The shower would take that long as well?
Usually once it's up here, like if the sink is getting it and the bathtub's getting it, the shower will get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting hot. All right, well, 1 minute versus 3 to 5.
It's a pretty big improvement.
Still hot?
Still hot, man.
Or you could turn it off for 8 hours. So look at this. So Grundfos gives you the option. It says option 1, continuous pumping. So the fact that they list that as an option in the manual says to me that they wouldn't put that in here if it wasn't designed to be on all the time. Obviously, it's going to wear the pump out faster, but then of course you can set specific times of the day. But that's pretty cool that you can leave this on if you choose. All right, that's it. Seems like it's working pretty friggin' well, man. I've heard complaints on those that the comfort systems that sometimes you won't get as robust cold water, but the cold was working fine on both of his. So, all right, we're out.